Y'all, let me ask you something. When was the last time your partner did something for you without you having to beg for it? Not because it was your birthday, not because it was Christmas, but just because they thought of you. If you have to think too hard about the answer, then pull up a chair. You and I need to talk. My name is Layla. I've been married to David for 7 years. From the outside, we look good. We both have good jobs, a nice house, and we don't fight about big things like money or infidelity. But there was a hole in my marriage that I kept tripping over year after year. David never bought me gifts. And I don't mean Birkin bags or diamonds. I mean anything. A candy bar from the gas station. No, a card. No, flowers just because it's Tuesday. Never. In the beginning, I made excuses. Oh, he's just a practical man, I'd say. He shows love by paying the light bill. But last month, something broke inside me. I was scrolling on Instagram and saw my friend Tasha. Her husband, who makes half of what David makes, had surprised her with a necklace. The caption just said, "Saw this and thought of you." I stared at those words until they blurred. Saw this and thought of you. I looked over at David. He was on the couch, watching the game, totally unbothered. I decided to test the waters one last time. "Babe," I said, trying to keep my voice light. "You know my birthday is in 3 weeks, right?" He didn't even look away from the TV. "Yeah, I know. Happy birthday in advance." I paused. "Do you have any plans, or should I book dinner for us?" He finally looked at me, annoyed. "Layla, you know I'm busy at work. Just book whatever you want. Why do you always need a production?" A production. That's what he called me, wanting to be celebrated. I felt a coldness spread through my chest. It wasn't anger. It was something worse. It was the realization that I was begging a man to care about me. I smiled, stood up, and said, "You're right, don't worry about it." He turned back to the TV, relieved. He thought he had won the argument. He didn't know that was the last time I would ever ask him for a damn thing. Child, the shift didn't happen overnight, but when it hit, it was absolute. My birthday came around 3 weeks later. In the past, I would have cooked his favorite meal, hoping he'd be in a good mood. I would have hinted all week about a cake. But this time, I woke up, got dressed, and drove straight to the luxury mall. I bought that expensive perfume I wanted. I bought a cheesecake. I treated myself to a solo lunch. When I got home, David was sitting on the couch. "Happy birthday," he said, barely looking up from his phone. "Did you do anything fun?" "I did," I said, walking past him. I didn't offer him a slice of my cake. I didn't ask if he had a surprise for me. I just went upstairs, took a long bath, and enjoyed my own company. For the next 2 months, I became a ghost in my own marriage. I stopped texting him during the day to ask how his meeting went. I stopped asking, "Baby, what do you want for dinner?" I just cooked what I wanted. If he ate it, fine. If not, there's cereal in the pantry. At first, David actually seemed happy. He thought he'd finally gotten the cool wife who didn't nag. He was living his best life, coming home to a quiet house, no pressure to talk, no pressure to be romantic. But then, the silence started to get heavy. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and the air feels thin? That's what our house felt like. I wasn't angry. I wasn't slamming doors. I was just present but absent. One Tuesday evening, he walked into the kitchen while I was making tea. He stood there for a minute, looking awkward. "You've been quiet lately," he said. I didn't even turn around. "I'm just tired, David." "Is it work?" he asked. "You never tell me about your day anymore." I turned around slowly and looked him dead in the face. "I didn't think you were interested." He frowned, looking hurt. "Of course I'm interested. I'm your husband." I laughed, a dry, humorless laugh. "Are you? Because for years I begged you to see me. I begged you to date me, and you called it a production. So I stopped the production. Why are you worried now?" He opened his mouth to argue, but then he saw something on the counter. It was the receipt for the perfume I'd bought myself on my birthday. He picked it up, looked at the date, and his face went pale. He finally realized he missed the whole damn point. David looked from that receipt to me, and for the first time in 7 years, I saw panic in his eyes. Layla, he stammered. I didn't know you bought this yourself. I thought your sister got it for you. No, David, I said softly. I bought it, just like I bought my own cake, just like I bought my own peace of mind. He tried to hug me, but I stepped back. I don't need a hug, David. I need you to understand that I am tired of being the only one keeping the romance alive in this house. I stopped asking because I realized I shouldn't have to beg my husband to think about me. I went to bed early that night. I didn't slam the door, I just closed it. The next few days were strange. David was quiet, but a different kind of quiet. He was watching me. He started doing small things, taking out the trash without being asked, putting his dishes in the dishwasher. I noticed, but I didn't clap for him. Those are basics. Then, on Friday, he came home with a bag. He didn't just hand it to me, he looked nervous, like a schoolboy asking for a dance. I know I can't buy my way out of this, he said, his voice low. But I was walking past the bookstore, and I remembered you said you wanted to read this months ago. He pulled out a hardcover book. It wasn't a bestseller. It was a specific memoir I had mentioned one time while we were driving. I took the book, and my throat got tight. It wasn't about the $25 book. It was the fact that he remembered a random conversation from 3 months ago. I'm sorry, he whispered. I got comfortable. I thought because you were strong, you didn't need soft things, but I see you now. I looked at him, really looked at him. The wall I had built started to crack just a little bit. I don't need expensive things, David, I said, my voice trembling. I just need to know that I'm on your mind even when I'm not standing in front of you. He pulled me into his arms, and this time I didn't pull away. We're still working on it. He's not perfect, and I'm still learning to trust his effort. But yesterday, I found a note on the bathroom mirror that just said, "You look beautiful today." And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like a roommate. I felt like a wife. So ladies, I gotta ask, if your man forgot your birthday, would you do what I did and go silent, or would you have caused a scene? Tell me in the comments, and if this story hit home, hit that like button and subscribe.